This video, I'm going to be sharing with you the energy dynamics of the law of attraction, and I'm going to show you exactly how to hack it. This is something that if you begin to apply, you will start to see results, and you'll start to be at a totally new paradigm. Welcome back to another video. My name's Aaron, and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm going to be explaining to you more on the energy dynamics of manifestation and really sharing something with you that I think so many people don't apply. It's something that is often mislooked at. It's something that's not looked at very often, and it's also something that when you begin to apply, things start to change very quickly because you start to change at your core. It has to do with vibration, and it has to do with understanding not more so what can I attract, but what kind of person will I become? Because most of who we think we are is a familiar set of thought patterns. It's a familiar set of habitualized things that we do every day. Therefore, we identify with ourselves in a certain way. And when we begin to expand outside of that, that's when everything begins to change. So there was a book that's called Think and Grow Rich. And I read it. It's one of the first books I read with the law of attraction. And it really expanded my mind and got me on this path of understanding the correlation between what we think and what we experience. And one of the things that Napoleon Hill talks about in the book Think and Grow Rich is this idea that I'm more so coming to apply right now, and it's really making all the difference. When you are focused on something you want to create in your life or you want to manifest in your life, what you do is you think of what you are willing to give in return for that which you want to receive. So let me say that one more time. You have to think about what you're willing to give in exchange for that which you want to receive. Now, why is this? Because literally, the vibration of what you put out is what you get back. So when you focus on what you can give, what you're saying is, I'm going to change the vibration of my energy. I'm going to focus on what I can put out with the awareness that what I put out is what I get back. So this is something that is at the base mark of of everything that I apply in my own life, because my main intention is to add as much value as I can to the people that listen to my YouTube channel, the people that consume my content, because I know the more value I add to other people, the more that also comes back to me, because what I put out is what I get back. And also think about it from a vibrational level. If you have enough, like for example, if you feel positive emotion, or if you're able to give away positive emotion by making other people feel good, what does that say about your own cup? It says that you have enough to give away, vibrationally speaking. This is why it is so powerful to feel grateful for the things in your life, because when you're in a feeling of gratitude, you are saying yes to that vibration. You are then you're resonating with even more of it. So today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a meditation that will help you to align with this version of you, that will help you to see more of the kind of person you will become to create what you want in your life, and to really understand that this goes beyond just this standard LOA way of thinking of what can I attract, as if what we want to attract isn't in our life already, which emphasizes the lack of it, whereas what we can begin to do is understand that the more we focus on the energy in the present moment, the more that we focus on our own state of being, which is what controls our vibration, is the more we are then going to experience what we want. And see, here's the thing too. We can choose our state of being in the present moment. What we do a lot of times is we say, this is where I am, this is where I want to be. And when I get all the way over here, then I'll feel happy, then I'll feel like I'm enough, then I'll feel worthy. But what that ends up doing is that ends up causing it so that we're coming at it from the glass being empty. It's like we don't have enough to give away because we are feeling the lack already. Remember, this is about vibration. That's what I want to really impart to you, is that what you can begin to do is to see things more as vibration than anything else. Because when you see it as vibration, you see it more as resonance. And then you could say how the questions in your mind change. You see, we're always asking questions in our mind too. The questions that we ask ourselves is directing our energy. And if we are asking the question, how can I attract this into my life? We're in the moment emphasizing that it is not already here. So something even more powerful to do is to start to ask ourselves new questions. We could start to ask ourselves the question of, what can I give to other people? Now, of course, you can't give what you don't already have. That's why you focus on your state of being. That's why you focus on giving yourself permission right now to feel the kind of emotions you want. Because this is about resonance more so than anything else. This is about vibrational resonance. So, with this, what would you have to do? Well, there's a couple key concepts here that we'd have to do in order to really put out that which we want to experience, to understand the energy dynamics. And the first one is one that I talk about all the time, and I think it is so powerful. It is one of the most underemphasized personal development, even law of attraction type ideas. It's that of our self-image. How do you view yourself? Because however you view yourself, that is what your base point is at. And if you view yourself as somebody that's not adding as much value to other people, then maybe the energy is a little bit imbalanced. The reason that what we put out is what we get back is because at a fundamental level, other people are connected to us. So when I put out something to other people and I'm helping other people, that's coming back to me because we're all connected. And there is also a larger point of perception when it comes to manifestation. You know, I'm creating my own reality, but you are creating your own reality, and collectively, all of us on the planet are creating a collective reality together. Now, here's the thing. The more we understand this wholeness, the more we can see that when we add value to other people, we add value to another part of this larger field of energy. It's almost like the universe wants this stuff to come through because the intention is to help the all. So what I encourage you to do is to look at your manifestations, to look at your desires, and to see how can you add value to other people. How can you add value with the awareness that underneath that energy, there's this intention to add value to everyone because everyone is connected. We are all other versions of each other. This is a deep spiritual truth, but it's something that when we begin to tap into, it changes everything. You see, because a lot of people, they go through with the LOA way of thinking, and what they do, they say, I want to attract a certain type of money in my life. But money isn't really even a goal. Money is a side effect of you doing what you love and of you adding value to other people. Think of almost any business you can think of that is successful. It is solving some type of problem. It is solving a problem or enhancing someone else's life. It's any product you can find, you can look at that and you can see how it does so. And if it adds enough value, people will buy it and it'll be in demand. Even stuff that's materialistic that you couldn't see, how would that add value? But in people's perception, it does. Even if you were looking at some type of shoe brand that's overpriced, like Yeezys or something like that, right? How does that add value to other people? Well, in people's perception, it does. Therefore, people see value in it. Therefore, people buy it because what they're buying is something that makes them feel a certain way. So anything that we buy, knowing that anything we buy is because we believe it will enhance our lives, it'll solve a problem for us, how can we then see how we can be the source of something that also adds value to other people? You know, this is something that changed my perception before I went full-time on YouTube about a year ago. I worked in Barney's, New York in women's shoes. And when I went in every day and I was focused on what I could get from other people, how could other people add value to me? How could people help me make my paycheck because it was purely commission? How can I hit my goals? When I saw other people as an avenue for me to hit my goals, I didn't do well. But when I switched around the energy and I saw how can I add value to the people that I help, everything went through the roof. I would sell more than anybody else that day. So that was something I learned as I went. Now, why is that? Because what you put out is what you get back. If you're in a positive state of mood, then that is contagious. Other people feel that, and then other people reciprocate by giving something back. Or you just have a contagious energy that goes out. You know, I realized that the days I had the best days, it would get to a point to where I maybe made so much money that day that eventually, if I had a customer I didn't really care to help because I knew they weren't going to buy anything, I would still have fun with it, and I would still have this loose energy. And paradoxically enough, sometimes then they would even buy anyways, even if I thought they weren't going to, because that state of being, it was so non-attached. So here's another thing I want to talk about before we get into the meditation. It is making things natural for you to experience. Don't view your goals on a pedestal. Don't think it'd be so awesome if this, and this happened. See it as a natural part of your self-image, because there is a version of you that is experiencing what you want, and that is putting out a certain amount of value into the marketplace, out even energetically into the world. And when you start to embody that version of you, you will start to get that reflection that version of you gets. So this is a paradigm that has to do with, see, I view myself, I see it as natural for me to be achieving what I want. I see it as natural for me to be traveling the world, eating at great restaurants, talking to other people, networking and doing events. I see it as natural. I don't put my mind in it and go, oh my God, that would be so amazing, because then energetically I'm saying that that's all the way up here, but I'm like right here. Do you see what I mean? So you have to see it as something that resonates. You have to see it as natural for you. Change your self-image. I have my self-image as that version of me already, so I know that the outer reflection, it's just a matter of time of when it actually shifts, because my internal has already shifted. So that's the basis of this whole video, is understanding the energy dynamics of what you are putting back is literally, what you are putting out is literally what you are getting back, whether you're aware of it or not. So maybe start to ask yourself new questions. What are you willing to give in exchange for your manifestation? And then start to give away that thing. This is a very powerful idea. If you want love from somebody else, start to give away love. Then you start to emit the vibration of it, which then goes in your energy field, which then when you go out into the world, you will resonate with different experiences that reflect that back to you. But you must first emit it from within. Because if you go looking for it outside, say you have your energy field, you go looking for it outside, you won't actually find it because you aren't resonating with it. You aren't feeling the emotion, the vibration already. But when you embody it now, then it's just a matter of that reflection coming into fruition. But don't be attached to how it happens. Just allow it to happen. The true degree of change is not whether the outside changes at all. It's whether your internal changes despite the outside changing. It's when you change on the inside. And the paradox is then everything does change on the outside. But if you need it to change, then you haven't really changed. It's like saying, I've changed on the inside. Keep peaking, keep peaking, keep peaking. You see, it's like you haven't really changed. You're just kind of trying to Jedi mind trick yourself into thinking that you have changed. The moment you've really changed is when you have changed on the inside, regardless of what has happened on the outside. But the paradox is that will change anyways. So in the meditation we're about to do, what we're going to learn to do is we're going to learn to view ourselves as somebody of value, of somebody that puts out that which we want to experience, that's focused on the kind of self-image that we prefer, that things being natural for us, the kind of lifestyle that we would have in what we want to experience. This is kind of a little bit of a new angle, but it's something that if you apply for the next 21 days, if you use this meditation for the next 21 days, I believe it will profoundly change your life. Because you will then focus less on what you want, you'll focus more on the person you will become. And the person you become is something that's more permanent. What you want to attract, that's something that can come and go. You can attract something, okay, you got it, great. But if you learn it at the basis, at the fundamental basis, it's something that you can create over and over and over again, because the energy dynamics always work. I know that no matter what, if I can add more value than anybody else in my niche, then I will continue to grow. It doesn't have to be competitive. It's not like I have to add value more than this. And I know that if I add a massive amount of value to people that watch my videos, growth will continue to happen. That's just how I feel. And I believe that that won't change, because the more value I can add, the more it aligns with other people, because people want to better themselves, or people want to learn more about this kind of information. So you see how that changes the mindset, that changes the focus. It's less on what can I get from other people, and it's more like what kind of person can I become to then resonate with what I want. So let's go ahead and get into the meditation now. What I'm going to do is we're going to take a couple deep breaths in and out. We're also going to connect to our heart center like we do in every meditation, because by doing this, we connect to our whole energy field versus just our mind, which is all the intellectual stuff. We want to tap more into the feeling than anything else. That feeling is where the power is. So what I encourage you to do right now is to take a deep breath in, deep breath out with me, and relax. And we're going to go ahead and get into the meditation. I'm going to cue the music here in a second. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. Breathe it out. Feel your body relax more and more. Put your hands over your heart and begin to feel the warmth inside of your heart. The more attention that you put in your heart center, the more you are growing the electromagnetic energy around your body, and the more you are creating something that is called mind and heart coherence. By creating this bond just with the attention inside of your heart, you are starting to grow your energy and you're starting to become more balanced than ever before. This makes it easier to tap into the feeling of what you want. So let's take another deep breath in, deep breath out. Breathe it out. Feel your body relax again, going deeper. Now what I encourage you to do is to close your eyes if you can. And we're going to go on this journey deeper within ourselves. Now imagine right now and feel the sensation in your head. Feel your forehead begin to relax. Put the awareness into your back of your eyelids, your eye sockets. Feel those muscles relax. Feel a warm sensation go through your jaw. Feel your jaw hang loose, relax. Feel a sensation go through your left arm, your left hand. Feel it relax, loosen up. Your right arm, your right hand, feel it relax and loosen up. Feel the energy inside of your heart now. Feel this warmth, this buzzing sensation. Imagine that this energy is becoming more and more powerful. Put the awareness in your stomach. Imagine your stomach muscles relaxing. Let go. Feel your left leg, your left foot loosen up. Wiggle your toes. Feel them loosen up and relax. Your right leg, your right foot. Feel your right toes loosen up, relax. Now imagine that there's a wave of energy that is flowing through your body, and as it flows through your body, you feel any resistance be carried away. You feel your body going deeper, now deeper, into relaxation, knowing that as you do this, you have more influence over your subconscious mind. Now imagine that you are in a very relaxing place. This could be a room, this could be outdoors in a forest, this could be in a beach. Whatever environment you want, imagine that you are there right now. Now look around and notice what you see. This is a place you can go back to anytime you want for clarity, for relaxation, for doing inner work. What do you notice around you? What kind of sounds do you hear? Imagine those sounds becoming louder and louder. What does it feel like to be here? Notice how relaxing it feels, how comfortable you feel. Now notice that in the distance, you see a big mirror, about 6 or 7 feet tall, gold trimmings, ornaments on the mirror, around the edges. Now walk over to this mirror and notice that this mirror is titled the best version of you. And when you look into this mirror, what you're able to see is the version of you that is living the kind of lifestyle that you prefer. The version of you that is able to add value just for being you. You have value for just being you. Now what we are going to do right now is look into this mirror and connect with that version of us. Connect with this version of us, because then we are going to begin to embody the person we will become and the person who we choose to be. Now, first off, think of what you want to create in your life, what you want to experience in your life. Look into the mirror and see this version of you living that lifestyle. What do you see yourself doing? How do you interact with other people? What kind of emotions do you feel consistently? What are your perspectives about life in general? Now, what you can begin to do is to actually have a dialogue with this version of you. Notice that as you look into this mirror, this version of you, with a glimmer in the eye, looks at you and asks, "Do you have any questions for me?" Ask this version of you any questions you may have. Now ask this version of you how you can add value to other people. Whatever comes up, just trust it. ask if there's any other message that this best version of you has for you. Now thank this version of you. And what we are going to do is we are going to connect vibrationally with this version of us. And we're going to know that from this point going forward, we are that version. So what I want to ask you to do is to put your hand out towards the mirror. Notice that the best version of you takes a step back and then starts to put their hand up to the mirror. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to count down from 10 to 1. With every number I count, you're going to feel an increase in your heart center. You're going to feel an increase with this version of you. And you're going to simply know that this is your new vibration. You're going to feel your vibration shift. And you're going to feel more of this energy inside of your heart center. Now with every number I count, you're going to feel double the amount of sensation inside of your body. 10. Feel your hand now becoming closer to the mirror. 9. Feel this energy speed up inside of your body. 8. 7. 6. Hand getting closer to the mirror. Feeling the energy inside of your heart become even more powerful. 6. 5, 4, feeling it flush through your whole body. You feel yourself really linking up to this version of you. 3, 2, 1. Now your hand is touching the mirror and you feel the sensation of this version of you flow through your body. You feel this love inside of your heart. You feel this connection, and you know that from this point going forward, you are forever changed. You will find that now you are emitting a new vibration. It's a vibration that is more connected to your heart center. Feel it in your heart center. Feel grateful. Because this energy of the best version of you is now who you are. Feel grateful for it and knowing that from this point going forward, you are forever changed. Now I'm going to count down from 5 to 1. With every number I count, you're going to feel more alert, more present to the moment, knowing that you have shifted your vibration. 5. Feel this now flow through your body. 4, feeling yourself become more alert, more present. 3, 2, 1. You can open up your eyes now and know that from this point going forward, you are a completely new person. That what you put out is going to be a totally new vibrational level. You're going to feel intuitively guided to do certain things, to be a certain way, because this is who you are meant to be. So I recommend you listen to this for 21 days to get the maximum benefit out of it. And I think it will completely change your life. Set the intention that before the end of the day today, you get a sign that you have shifted. And as you get that, you will know that you are a completely new version of you. So another thing I have for you is a very powerful meditation that will help you to raise your vibrational set point. This will make it easier so that you start to exist and exude the energy of a higher level of consciousness. It's absolutely free. You can download it in the top of the description box below, and you can download it and listen to it anytime you want. I recommend also that you do that meditation as well. It's one of my most powerful. So that'll be in the top of the description box. Other than that, I'm going to be doing more live Q&As on Instagram. So if you want to ask me questions, you want more interaction, you can follow me there. And as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the little notification gear on the subscribe button, next to the subscribe button, so that you can see the daily vids that I do. And other than that, as always, I'll see you on the next video. Peace, much love, and namaste.